Raider 2.
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Deuce right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Find down. Switch. Raider 2. Yep.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Right down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Spike 56. Go. Get set.
Now they'll run it to the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
3 down.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
56 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Kill. Tag 50, tag 50.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal. If they got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 3 on first down. We'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense. They ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Right there, all day.
third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... He's got a man. Complete. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there. 56. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, here we go.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Monday down. Raider 2. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll let it go deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam.
Hey, middle.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, 22.
Stafford on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, go here.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he's flushed out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Hunter's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. A good pickup there at 22. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Stafford, he hits Riddick underneath. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Light.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Here we go.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We got three down. 21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back 53. Back 53.
Play action. Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
You got 56 there.
So 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We got 5 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Switch.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Run, and run it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
And middle.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need that
big time.
Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And we'll see how this is played.
93.
Offensively, they've got the lead.
93.
Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw his car. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Monday down. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. 7:34.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Five down. Go Chief.
From midfield, here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, give me radar. Set. The lady. Go here. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Like that.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime with a visiting Broncos. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins away. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 56 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Set. The lady.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
21.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
37, 21. 20, hot.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Able to get away. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do their pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Raider 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Express.
On second down, here's Carr. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Alert. 3 out, 3. Come here. Do. Mike 56. Mike 56.
On play action, it's Carr. Now he's going to go up top over the middle and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's it, baby.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pack 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hurry. 4, 10, 4. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
They go to to Johnson again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
White.
Operating from the gun. Stafford, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Low.
From the gun, Carr. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
But 5-man box. 6-18.
Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, Raider 2. Express. Check 13.
Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Purdue.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And McManus able to put it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Lions. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's go, man. Pick it up. There we go. 37's the mic. Put it hot.
They stay on the ground on the first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back 53. There we go. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Zebra. Put it hot.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that 22. Is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a complete pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Get set. Squeeze. Go. Get set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Get wide.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. But 5-man bar. Target. Go. Get set.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, go, Mike 40.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now the opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They pitch it out to Johnson.
I'm coming after you.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Brennan. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Jumbo!
To throw on third down, Stafford. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And that'll... over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to see how they attack him here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Low.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set. 180. 180.
Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Come here. 29. 29.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr to throw. Finds Jake Carr over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Express.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
7:34. Mike 40. 24.
To throw is Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
808. 29.
Back to throw, Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. Sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 7:34.
Now Carr. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. One final try now for Carr. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, it's a win here, their home opener, as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson